Time for baseball on MLB Network from Citizens Bank Park in the city of brotherly love. It's the opener of this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2022 Philadelphia Phillies.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing. Their best tool is the fact that they have amazing speed up and down the lineup. I don't even think the third base coach gives a steal sign. I think a lot of these guys have the green light. So be on the lookout for that today.
Ben Lively gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, Danny?
We're looking at one of the top pitchers in the league right now. ERA just above 3 last year, which is saying something. This guy commands the strike zone. He's not afraid to throw strike one, controls the running game. A real solid pitcher, and if he pitches like he did last year, expect more of the same in this campaign.
Standing in, Albert Almora. He will lead this one off today.
Leading out for the Cubs, center fielder number 5, Albert Almora.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball one. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. Two balls and no strikes. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
And this will be taken in out there just a few steps in front of the track, and there are two away now. The next Cub up, Cody Bellinger. And the pitch. In the air, down the line in left. Brannon on the move. Into the corner. He makes the catch to end the inning. Cubs are down in order. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
Garrett Cole is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Matt, I'm a big fan of Garrett Cole. Big, strong guy. Former first-round draft pick out of UCLA. 96 to 98 miles an hour with sink. Hard slider. His changeup has gotten better the longer he's pitched. He has a chance to be a no-hit type of pitcher every time he takes the mound.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. Let's take a look at catcher Wilson Contreras. This guy has got one of the best arms in the game. Think Gary Sanchez, but in the National League. Nobody wants to attempt stealing bags on this guy, and brings a powerful bat to the line.
Stepping in, Pete James. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Skied into straightaway right. Hayward has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So next to the plate for the Phils, Ben Salgado.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike. And there are two gone now.
Batting third, first baseman.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. Bases are empty here with two men out. A bouncer up the middle. Gloved by Russell. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case. Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40%. That's going to be something he's going to need to clean up moving forward.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
All right, let's take a step back right here. He's down 1-2, 3 fastballs in a row. There is no way he's throwing him a fourth.
No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. Pulled toward right center field. Alford's under it. One away. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Chris Bryant. He drew a walk his first time up.
We give some love to the pitcher. He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Alford going back. Gone! A solo shot that time for Wilson Contreras. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Into the box, Charles Barr. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. Around first, he's digging for second. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
That had to be in the scouting report right there. You don't see too many 0-0 breaking ball ambushes in the game anymore. He had to know that pitch was coming.
Into the box now, Ian Happ, as the first pitch to him is a changeup.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
One run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
The batter, shortstop, Addison Russell.
Here's Addison Russell. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Barr at second, Happ on at first with 2 down. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. At the plate, Ben Salgado. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Second baseman, Ben Salgado.
First delivery to him on the way. Ball 1.
He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
Lofted in the air out to right field. Hayward has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
First baseman, number 23.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here now the 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Russell's got it. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Jeremy Brannon.
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Jeremy Brannon, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Phillies down in order. They're down 1-0. So here now is the pitcher, Garrett Cole. His last at bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. He was fighting that swing the whole way, but he went around. It's no balls and a strike. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of the secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. sliced hard on the ground. Salgado is there, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason.
Here's Jason Hayward now. 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. First offering on its way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ball 2. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Alford ranging back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot that time off the bat of Jason Hayward. First home run of the campaign for him as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot as the result.
Standing in now, Cody Bellinger, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter. It's 1-1. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
Drilled down the line, and this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a 2-bagger.
Here's Chris Bryant now, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. Bryant, 30 years of age. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
In the dirt here. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's now 2-0 Chicago. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He leads off from the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. The 2-1 home. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Stands at second with no outs. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third. Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing.
In now, Anthony Alford. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
Line toward right center. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here.
Popped him up. Bellinger is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
Jason Law will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners at the corners and 1 out in the inning. And they're runners at the corners now. Set to deliver the 0-1. There's a changeup over the outside corner. Swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Stepping in now, Pete James, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. At home plate. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch bang.
Yeah, there's no question that this one got away from him. He was cruising, had him down 0-2 with 2 outs, and he's going to be pretty unhappy with that. You never want to give an offense new life in an inning.
Standing in now, Ben Salgado, as he'll take a look at ball 1. ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Neil Johnson is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Neil Johnson.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Charles Barr will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. Now the throw comes quickly into the third baseman, so they're at the corners now to begin the inning.
They talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, D-Row.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
And that will bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. It was a walk in his last trip. Another try at 2-2. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Here's Addison Russell. Contreras on third. Barr over at second. Happ at first with no outs. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes. And now the count is 2-2.
Seared down the first baseline. And this is going to get past him at first. That's a fair ball. 1 run scores. And a relay home. And he's in there safely. As on the play, 3 runs come across to score.
Bases loaded, and he was looking to drive them all in the second he stepped into the box. Puts a big swing on this thing, and the ball just gets down to the wall, allowing everyone to come around and score. He'll take a 3-run double every day of the week.
Into the box now, Garrett Cole. And they'll try to get the man to third as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Well, when you're trying to move a guy up to third with a bunt, that's exactly how you want to do it. Make the third baseman field the ball. That way his only play is to first. That was very well executed.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 3 runs already home here. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Brannon has a beat on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will come across to score on the sacrifice fly, as this is now a 6-1 ball game.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in one inning, like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
Here's Jason Hayward now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Still 1-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So it's 4 runs on just 3 base hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the and that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. Called strike 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Into the box, Jeremy Brannon. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. This is line to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
He was able to recognize that pitch early. His eyes lit up on that one. Able to pull it down the line for a nice base hit.
In now, J.P. Crawford, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here's the 0-1. Good. 0-2 now.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here. But also, the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
Brannon, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Standing in now, Andrew Knapp, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. He pulls this one into right, and he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Phillies strand 1. They trail 6-1. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Zach Eflin is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Ready once again, Cody Bellinger. He doubled his last time through. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. It's a solo homer for Cody Bellinger. First home run of the campaign for him, as it's now a 6-run ball game. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a strike.
0-2.
He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. So far 2 for 3 in this one. The 3-2 one more time. A little bouncer. That's foul, so the battle will continue. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Drilled to the right side, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get it triple.
Yeah, that you said it, D-Row. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he's going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
Stepping in now, Charles Barr. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Popped him up. Salgado over to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian.
Into the box now, Ian Happ.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Hit hard to short. Scooped up on the backhand. And he'll get in there safely.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Cubs 7 and the Phillies 1. Brian Shaw is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Brian Shaw.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Pete James, he'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. Now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Barr will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And that's exactly how he hoped to get this season started on opening day. Ready now, Ben Salgado. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's set, and the pitch. And that one stayed up a little high. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Hit hard on the ground at first. And a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
First baseman number 23, Tommy Joseph.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. First pitch of the at-bat. Hard hit ball to second. Barr loves it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Phillies down in order. They're down 7-1. Now batting, Cody Bellinger. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey,
there's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. Solo shot to right center. His 2nd home run of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around in a heartbeat. This one was no shocker.
Here's Chris Bryant now.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Hard on the ground towards short. Backhanded. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Now is after it. And the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning. Into the box, Charles Barr. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. 0-1 the count. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Brennan is after it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up for the Fightin' Phils. Now at the plate, Jeremy Brannon starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Bryant. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop,
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. His numbers against Brian Shaw, he has a 3 for 12 line. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a liner. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
the batter, catcher, Andrew.
Digging in, Andrew Knapp. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 2-2. Hard hit to first. The second for 1. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they end this thing with style, turning that double play to preserve the win. That's what we call finishing strong.
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. Chicago get the win.